Hello and welcome to A Calmer Life After 50. This is a channel about money, work, health, and everyday life after 50, with less pressure and more peace of mind. Recently, I checked my bank account, even though nothing had changed. There was no bill I needed to confirm, no deposit I was waiting for, no unusual purchase to check. I opened the account, looked at the balance, and closed it again. And afterward, I realized something. I was not looking for information. I was looking for reassurance. Maybe you have done something similar. You check your bank balance one more time. You look at your retirement account even though you checked it yesterday. You calculate the same future expenses again. For a moment, seeing the number can make us feel calmer, but the calm does not always last. Soon, another question appears. Is it enough? What if something unexpected happens? Should I be doing more? This is why I believe financial security is not only a number. It is also a feeling. And that feeling is often created by small habits repeated over time, not dramatic changes, not perfect discipline, not checking our money every day, quiet habits that remind us that we are paying attention. Today, I want to share 4 of those habits. They may not make exciting headlines, but they can make everyday life feel steadier. Habit 1. Know what a normal month costs. The first habit is knowing what an ordinary month of your life actually costs. Not an ideal month. Not the cheapest month you could possibly create. Not a national average. Your normal month. Housing, utilities, food, transportation, insurance, healthcare, subscriptions, the small pleasures you genuinely want to keep. Many of us know our income more clearly than we know the cost of our own life. We know what comes in, but what goes out can feel like a collection of separate bills, purchases, and automatic payments when we do not know the whole picture. The future can feel larger and more frightening than it really is. The mind begins to fill the empty space with worry. But one simple monthly number can give us something solid to return to. It does not have to be exact down to the last dollar. You only need a useful estimate. For example, a normal month of my life costs about this much. That number can help you understand your emergency savings. It can help you think about retirement. It can help you decide whether a change in work is possible. Most importantly, it brings the conversation back to your life. Not someone else's savings goal, not a number from an article, not a lifestyle shown online. Your life. Knowing what your ordinary life costs does not solve everything, but it makes the unknown a little smaller. Habit 2. Leave some space in the budget. The second habit is leaving a little space in your budget. When people want to save more, they often try to make the numbers as tight as possible. Every category has a limit. Every dollar has a job. Nothing is supposed to go wrong. On paper, this can look responsible, but real life rarely follows a perfect plan. A medical expense appears. Something in the home needs repair. The car needs attention. A family member needs help. Food costs more than expected. These are not always failures of planning. They are part of having a life. If there is no space in the budget, every unexpected expense can feel like a crisis. Even when we technically have enough money, we may feel that we have done something wrong. That is why a calmer budget needs breathing room. This does not mean wasting money. It means accepting that not every month will be perfectly predictable. Perhaps you keep a small amount unassigned. Perhaps you create a category for irregular expenses. Perhaps you simply stop expecting every month to look the same. The purpose of a budget is not to control life completely. It is to help life remain manageable when plans change. Sometimes the most reassuring part of a financial plan is not the amount you have carefully allocated. It is the small space you deliberately left open. Habit 3. Wait before bigger purchases. The third habit is creating time between wanting something and buying it. After 50, we may have more spending power than we did when we were younger, but we are also surrounded by more ways to spend quickly. One click, one advertisement, one limited time offer, one message telling us that we deserve an upgrade. The pressure is often subtle. We are not only buying an object, we may be buying the hope that life will feel easier, newer, more successful, or more complete. Sometimes the purchase is useful. Sometimes it genuinely improves daily life. But we do not always know that in the first moment of desire. Time helps us see more clearly. For a larger purchase, you might wait 24 hours. Or a week. You might write it down instead of buying it immediately. Then ask, what problem will this solve? How often will I use it? Where will I keep it? What will it cost to maintain? Will I still want it when the excitement has passed? Waiting is not punishment. It is a way of protecting your choices from urgency. And when you do decide to buy, you may enjoy the purchase more because it was chosen calmly. Habit 4. Check money on a schedule, not from anxiety. The fourth habit is deciding when to look at your money. This may sound too simple to matter, but when we check our accounts every time we feel uneasy, money can begin to occupy the entire day. We check the bank balance, then the investment account, then the market, then the news. We hope that more information will make us feel safer. Sometimes it does the opposite. It gives the worry more opportunities to speak. A calmer approach is to create a regular time for checking, perhaps once a week for everyday accounts, perhaps once a month for the household budget, perhaps less often for long-term investments. The right schedule will be different for everyone. The important thing is that you choose it deliberately. Then, when anxiety tells you to check again, you can remind yourself, I have a time for this. That small sentence can be surprisingly helpful. It does not mean you are ignoring your money. It means your money has a place in your life, but it does not need every moment of your attention. What these habits really create. None of these habits is dramatic. Know what a normal month costs. Leave a little room in the budget. Wait before a larger purchase. Check your money at a time you have chosen. They may not make you feel wealthy overnight. That is not their purpose. Their purpose is to reduce the number of moments when money catches you by surprise. They help you pause before reacting. They help you return to your own numbers. They help you know that someone is paying attention to your financial life, and that person is you. This is an important kind of trust. Trust does not mean believing that nothing difficult will happen. It means knowing that when something happens, you have a way to look at it. You can check the numbers. You can make an adjustment. You can ask for help. You can take the next step. Perhaps that is what financial confidence really looks like after 50. Not certainty, not having more than everyone else, not making perfect decisions, but having a few quiet habits that help you return to solid ground. One small step. You do not need to begin all 4 habits today. Choose one. If you do not know what a normal month costs, look at the last 2 or 3 months and make a rough estimate. If your budget feels too tight, leave one small amount unplanned. If there is something expensive you want to buy, give yourself a few days before deciding. If you keep checking your accounts from anxiety, choose the next day and time when you will look again. Small habits can look almost unimportant while we are doing them, but repeated over months and years, they change our relationship with money. A calmer financial life is not built in one big decision. It is built in small habits that quietly tell you, you are paying attention, you have a way to respond, you are prepared enough for today. No rush, no pressure, just the next calmer step.